All right, again, guys, thank you for tuning in, subscribing. Make sure to hit the little bell icon. I'm not sure which side it's on, but click it. So, little quick rundown. This is a 1950 Chevy 3100 pickup truck. Long story short, I was crazy working on this thing a couple years back. The truck itself, I actually won it on eBay for like $500 out in Wyoming. Had to drive out to Wyoming to pick it up, brought it back here and just got to work on it. I actually bought I think it was like a 95 Chevy S10 long bed chassis. That's what it's sitting on right now with some, what do you call it? It's like a retrofit kit, so it has like all the cab mounts and everything. Shows you kind of where to approximately put all the mounts to mount it onto the S10 chassis. So I did a ton of work, as you guys can tell. These are 20-inch Camaro SS wheels, front and back. Original seat I had reupholstered, and I actually put the heated seat pads in this. All original dash, no holes or anything cut in it. I did install a tilt steering wheel. Some of the S10 hardware, I don't know if you guys can see it, but gas pedal, brake, clutch, even the emergency brake. The transmission is the 5-speed transmission from the Chevy S10. That's currently bolted up to a mid, I think it's like a 60s Corvette small block 350. Tons of work already. S10 brake booster, S10 hydraulic slave for the clutch. Modified the original radiator for an aluminum one. Originally, I bought a brand new Holley carburetor, but now I'm actually going to be changing it out to a nice Holley Sniper EFI setup. Another thing I'm going to end up doing, look at that, look how close that is right there. I'm going to end up changing this, swapping this out and using a serpentine setup, kind of like a junkyard deal. So that I'll probably need your guys' input on. I kind of have an idea of what might work, but I'm sure there's been tons of people out there that have already done that. What else? I have most of all of the parts for this thing. I think I still need to move the bed a little bit closer to the cab. But in order to do that, obviously you can't tell right now, but I need to cut off a little bit more of the frame rail in the back, so that way I can actually pull the bed forward a little bit. Because I think this needs to go that way just a little bit more. Yeah, like this, forward a little bit. But yeah, got a lot of parts to put on. So I thought maybe I would kind of document whatever I'm doing. It's not, I'm not a professional. I'm not a chip foose or anything. I did do a lot of work already. I'd like to think I did a fairly decent job of lining stuff up. But as it stands right now, I want to get this thing running. So like I said, I bought the EFI setup that I'm going to try to install. I have the original Chevy S10 gas tank, which will mount up underneath here. Then I have to figure out how to probably end up cutting a hole, for the filler neck for the gas, because the original one is on the side, which there's no gas tank behind here anymore. There's going to be a speaker box holding 4 10s. So I think I just want to get the gas tank in, get the high pressure fuel pump, run the lines, install the Holley distributor, the EFI, install a battery tray, do all the wiring, I would just want to hear it run. I think once I can hear it run, then you know, I can start on hooking up the coolant, working on the serpentine setup. I also need to figure out, right here I have a a strap holding in the transmission because I bought a universal cross member, but I have to figure out the angle of the engine and trans, you know, so the drive shaft will line up with the rear end, which the rear end is actually changed as well. I used like a 95 or a 98 Chevy Blazer that had a posi rear end and disc brakes. So the rear has disc brakes way in there. And it has, you know, the rear sway bars and rear shock mount, or, you know, the shock for that thing. So it doesn't do that. You know what I mean. So that's where I'm at right now. That's for another project. Lots of parts. All the parts are here. Doors. I got all new glass. I can't remember if I bought new door hinges or not. Probably did. They're gonna be over here somewhere in all this madness. It'd be interesting. Comment below if you or you know somebody that's done one of these swaps onto an S10 chassis, because it would be great to talk to somebody that's done it already. All right, well, that's just a quick rundown. Hopefully you guys will comment, like, subscribe, do all the things and the stuffs, and I'm not sure where it's gonna be with the bell. It's probably not right there.